I just prefer reading DC at the minute. This is Action and Comics 894. It is written by Doctor Who. We have looked at some of his Gargoyle Knights, and I have got one of his Captain Britain ones to look at, since it has Dan Slott's Avengers in it. But right now we are looking at his stretch on Action and Comics that was just before the New 52. For the first 10 issues of his run, he wrote a book starring Lenny Luthor, and the quality shot around so fast you could seriously die from impact. The first issue was really good, the last issue was really good, and then there was the stuff in the middle. This is the best of those bits in the middle, and this is really good. It's also of note as it is one of the few main DC Universe books to use Nigel Sandman's Sleepwalker characters. I have got some hot takes on Nigel Sandman and his complete reluctance to accept the limits of his rights as a creator. I won't talk about that here though. Lenny Luthor, he has died, and this issue is him with Lady Death. What happened was, Lenny Luthor, he got shot last issue, and now fresh from his own demise, he has encountered Lady Death. The draw of this issue is seeing Lenny Luthor react to his death and going through the stages of grief with Lady Death. This is one of them comics that isn't brilliant for review purposes because it is really good, but it's almost all dialogue and intelligent stuff. Lenny Luthor, he is written superbly in this, and also in the final issue of this short run. I think he is written perfectly. The writer, Doctor Who, he really pushes Lenny Luthor into new situations and firmly establishes what it is about Lenny Luthor that makes him the way he is. It is quite disheartening that this run as a whole isn't consistent because the high points of it really are incredibly high. I would consider the last issue, Action and Comics 900, I consider that to be like one of the best Lenny Luthor stories ever. This is great too. Lenny's reaction to dying and dealing with being confronted by a teenage girl claiming to be Lady Death. He's written absolutely in character and it is fantastic. I would be reading some of this out, but it's pretty much the whole comic that is worthy of that. It's hard to pick out a single line or a bit of dialogue that is above the rest. It's all really good and well done. Like here, he is arguing about how dead people always come back to life in the DC Universe, and how that is proof that Lady Death isn't real. He's always trying to outsmart or outthink Lady Death. Later on he tries to manipulate her. It's really good stuff. I will say I don't know if I would consider Lenny Luthor a strong enough villain to justify him being the star of his own series. I honestly think there's maybe like 4 villains in all of comics who probably do deserve their own books or can definitely hold their own stories. I'm not counting teams there, by the way. I strictly mean a single character like Lenny Luthor's. Having him headline his own stories here, it was definitely a good experiment and it really did pay off in some places. But I just didn't see him as having the legs to have his own series. My main problem with this run was that it was basically every issue was just Lenny Luthor's doing team-ups with another baddie. Even this issue, arguably, this is Lenny Luthor's doing a team-up comic with Lady Death. The other ones are less subtle about it. You've shite like Jokers and flippin' heck, didn't get us started with the Darkseid shite. That was atrocious. They honestly retcon that Lenny Luthor's, when he was younger, he was kidnapped and he created all the weapons that Darkseid and his armies use. That is the lore for the run. That is the absolute nadir. Whereas this is a eye. Really well done character stuff and smart writing and dialogue. I think the reason that Lenny Luthor's probably isn't a good solo star, at least in the long term, is that Superman is so ingrained in Lenny Luthor's motivation and his personality. Superman is a big defining trait of just about everything Lenny Luthor's. So I don't think he can stand up for long without Superman in the equation. Again, that's not to say that he can't headline his own stories like we have here, or he can't have stories without Superman. But like, giving him a series and avoiding Superman, that's not how to really do the character well. Even this run, the end point is the ultimate confrontation between him and Superman. We do have a kind of cheap ending here, where it turns out Lenny Luthor's, he was never dead anyway, and Lady Death was just checking in on him. Then we start setting up the next issue with Macho Man Vandal Savage. It is a crossover with Gail Simon, so you can see how quickly you can die from the extreme shifts in quality. Then we have a second feature, a bonus story. I assume this is a comedy story. It is written by Nickelback Spencer. I have never once bothered reading it, and I have no intention of doing so now. I have mentioned a lot of bad things in this run, but none of it is in this comic. This is a really strong offering. If you want us to take a better look at this run, say so in the comments. There is some really good stuff in it. I would not be against rereading it. It's definitely a worthwhile experience. I rate this issue 7 thumbs up.